grade. It's time to do a little fluency. So as you can see, the fluency this week has become a little simplified because of what we're going to be working on for the lesson. So I wanted to kind of come back at you and show you some just kind of facts and kind of get your brain thinking again. So a couple things. Now, I know some of you are already looking at these and saying, I don't know, maybe my 7s or my 9s or even my 6s, and that's okay. You need to be able to find a strategy to solve to come up with the final product. Now, part of fluency is being able to look at one of these problems and do it automatically. So you can look at 7 times 6 and know what it is in your mind. Now, that takes practice, which means you're going to have to do some of this on your own at your house. This was going to help you with a lot of the other 5th grade skills and even 6th grade skills. So it's something to kind of keep in the back of your mind. Now, 7 times 6. So you can count on your hands by 7s, and that'll get you to where you need to be. You could do repeated addition, meaning you could add 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7. Now, that's a little longer, and that's fine. Whatever works for you, as long as you can get to the final product. Okay, so 7 times 6. 42. 4 times 4. 16. 5 times 3. 15. 10 times 9. 90. 8 times 2. 16. Okay. 1 this side. Right. 1 times 7. 7. 8 times 5 is 40. 4 times 9 is 36. 6 times 3, 18. 8 times 8 is 64. 3 times 10 is 30. Now, I did those quickly to show you how you should be doing them. If you come to a couple of them, like for example, like I said, 7 times 6 and you're not too sure, go ahead and write down all 7 6 times. You can do that. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you can add them up. You should come up with the same exact answer, no matter what. Okay? So I wanted to show you this because we're going to be moving into multiplying fractions. And the key to doing multiplying fractions very well is knowing your basic multiplication facts. All right, good luck on your riddle. So last week's answer to the tomatoes is 9. It was a play on words. So, all right, see you in a little bit. If you multiply this number by any other number, the answer will always be the same. What number is this? So, lesson for today is multiplying fractions. Now, there is not as many steps to multiplying fractions as there is to what we did last week. So I'm going to walk you through what a couple examples look like, and then I'm going to give you some examples to practice, which I hope you do for our Zoom meeting on Wednesday. Okay, so we're going to start up at the top. We have 1/6 times 2/3. So in order to figure out what my product is, I am going to multiply straight across. So that means I'm going to do 1 times 2 over 6 times 3. So I've kind of combined my numerators and I combined my denominators. Now I'm just going to multiply. 1 times 2 is 2. 6 times 3 is 18. So I added a step in the middle to show you where I got my product from. So I want you to show, so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, let's go to the next one. 4/5 times 6/10. So I'm going to take 4 times 6 over 5 times 10. Now, could you skip this step? Absolutely, and I'll show you that next. So this was a problem that I know some of you guys might be stuck on with your 4 times 6s. Now, do what you know. Do you know what 4 times 5 is? Yeah, okay. So that means you should know what 4 times 6 is. So we have 4 times 6 is 24 over 50. Now, I'm going to show you how to do it with skipping this middle step. 7 times 2 is 14. 8 times 4 is 32. 3/7 times 1/3. 3 times 1 is 3. 7 times 3 is 21. 5/6 times 2/5. 5 times 2 is 10. 6 times 5, 30. Now, this problem looks just a little bit different, and that's okay. We can still do it without a problem. 3/4 times 4. 4 is a whole number. There is no fraction there, which means I need to make it into a fraction so I can actually solve this problem. So, in order to make it into a fraction, I have to put that 4 over 1. Now, how do I know that's the same thing? Well, if you remember we talked about fractions as division, 4 divided by 1 is 4, so it's the same thing. You can do that with any whole number. If you put it over 1, it'll be the same, just the whole number. So now I can go on and multiply. So I have 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4. Now I'm left with an improper fraction. So 12 divided by 4 equals 3. Okay? So let's go to the next one. So I have 2 times 1/2. So I am going to make this 2 into a fraction. So I'm going to take 2, put it over 1, and I'm going to multiply it by 1/2. 2 times 1 is 2. 1 times 2 is 2. Now, I can change that into a fraction, or a whole number as well. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the next one. 5 times 3, 6. So I'm going to take my 5 and make it a fraction. 5 over 1 times 3, 6. So I'm going to have 5 times 3 is 15. 1 times 6 is 6. Again, improper fraction, so I need to change that. So 6 goes into 15. I need to figure out how many times. 6, 12, 18. 18 is too much, so I got to go back. 6, 12 goes into it 2 times with 3 left over. Okay, so that is your lesson on multiplying fractions. So I'm going to show you a couple examples, so make sure you at least try these examples. We'll go over them in our Zoom lesson on Wednesday. So these are your examples for the week. You have a couple different styles. You have up here in the pink, 4 times 3/5, 2 times 8/9, 3 times 1/2, and 1/5 times 5. Over on the other side in the green, you have 7/8 times 1/4, 3/6 times 3/7, and 4/8 times 2/3. So give these a try, and then on Wednesday in our 20-25 minute lesson, we are going to go over these and any questions you had on the lesson for today. All right, good luck, and I will talk to you on Wednesday.